I was going through the intro I made prior. Really? That's a little better. I was going through the intro I made earlier. I'm editing the video for the leveling kit, and I realized the audio was terrible, which is why, of course, that I have to go off at the exact perfect timing of making this intro. But anyway, this is going to be the intro. I'm doing the leveling kit. I wasn't able to do it exactly the same day I wanted to and get the video out for a few various reasons. Mostly because the alignment, where I was getting my alignment done, couldn't get the truck in for like about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I had to wait on that, and I drive the truck every day as a daily and way too much. I didn't want to like ruin my tires. So I just decided to wait, and now I'm editing the video, and this is a new intro because the other one was complete garbage. So thank you to the cicadas outside making tons of noise, the traffic going by, and the fact that I still don't have a microphone. So I'm hoping that this isn't too bad. But anyway, enjoy the leveling kit install video and let me know how it goes. Finally getting it done. There she is, all ready to go. Gotta get all the tools over here, and I'll catch up back with you when we're ready to do the install. A little helpful tip is you just break all the lug nuts loose on the ground. You don't gotta worry about everything spinning when you're in the air. So doing that, breaking the lugs loose, jacking the truck up. First, you're gonna do the brake line bracket. 10 mil here, 10 mil here, and then the 8 mil for the other sensor line coming through. And take those off, drop them down. That way, when you drop the whole assembly down, it doesn't stretch the lines and break them. All right, so next is tie rod, 21 mil. My truck's pretty new, so I shouldn't have to slam it too hard with a hammer. It might just come off by itself, but so that's 21 mil. Look at that, so easy. New vehicles are so amazing to work on. Loving it. All right, so next come off is a sway bar. It's gonna be an 18. That'll just drop by itself. Put the nut out to the side. Next, you're gonna do the bottom strut bolts. Those are also 18s. Now, what I'm gonna do when I have to strut it out of the truck, these are pressed in from the top. I'm gonna put the nuts back on, just so I can protect the threads, and I'm gonna slam them out backwards with a hammer. That way, once the leveling kit's in, it'll be a lot easier to put everything back together, slap everything back inside the truck. Next is drink coffee. The upper control arm, taking it apart from the knuckle. My truck's newer, it might just come apart on its own. Just taking the nut off. Only got like 12,000 miles on it. If you don't, take the nut, make sure you put the nut back on a few threads through a few turns, and you're gonna hit right here with the hammer, and it'll separate. But if you don't put the nut on and you hit it, it's gonna completely come apart on you, and you're not gonna have a fun time. So we're gonna take that apart now. Perfect. One thing you want to always do is thread the nuts back on. Makes it a hell of a lot easier later on to figure out where everything is. You don't want to lose anything. So now that that's all separated, we're going to do the top strut bolts. There's 3. 18. Now you can watch me struggle trying to get this out of here. Wish me luck. Real quick, I found an easier way. This is like me from the future. So what you want to look at. All right, so you got the axle nut right here. You're gonna have this cap. This cap's gonna go right on here. Pop that off, that's your axle nut. You can take the axle nut out and that'll give you so much more clearance of pulling it down. Now you wanna watch out because I noticed when I had the axle nut down or off and the axle drooped more, your vacuum gets very tight, so you just gotta watch what you're doing there. Make sure you don't overstretch it and pop it out of place. That makes it so much easier to get everything in and out. Now, I'm gonna show you putting the leveling kit on the top of the strut here, and then what to do next. You can see this on camera. I think you can. It's got a slight angle to it. That's when it sits in the pocket there. Actually, the whole strut sits on an angle and this will sit flat. This right here. So when you do this kit, you're actually gonna flip the stud 180 degrees and essentially it's gonna sit backwards. Now if you see the angle's backwards, so what you're gonna do, I'm gonna do it in a vise, you could also do it with channel locks. What you gotta do is you gotta flip the angle. So if it's about here, just gotta figure whatever the opposite side is. So if it's a 5-degree angle, you wanna go a 5-degree angle back the opposite way. That way when you sit the strut in there backwards, everything's gonna sit nice and flush and flat, and you'll be good to go. So I'm gonna go do that real quick in the vise, and I'll be right back. All right, maybe now I can actually get enough light in here, or it's getting too much in the background. But essentially what I'm gonna be doing, you get the Allen bolts that are going through. They're gonna be screwing through your spacer. And that's gonna poke them at the top, like so. Just like that, you got 3, same as the top of the strut. I'm gonna put a little thread sealant in there, keep them locked down good so they don't back out once I'm putting the top bolts in, because it's essentially a reverse thread, because this is going right thread and that's also going right thread, so it wants to back this out. But so I'm gonna get all these done. I'm gonna put them on the strut, whatever. I'm gonna clean the top of the strut off, get all the junk and dirt off there so this can sit nice and flush. And then once that's all torqued down and everything, we'll be good to go and put everything back in. Now one thing I will say real quick, easiest way I just found, if you have a vise, it'll help a lot. When these, because these are pressed in, when these are in here, put the nut on, get your socket, put the ear, I'm going to call it the ear, put the ear in the vise, and let this, so it's able to drop through the bottom. You're going to put the socket on the top, and just drive the socket a bunch of times. Just make sure the whole strut doesn't fall out of the vise. And it's the easiest way I've seen it, I've done it. It'll come out, it'll pop right out. So just put the socket on there, slam it down, that'll pop out, and then you're good to go. Make your life a whole lot easier installing it. I'd like to take the time to thank coffee for fueling me every day of my life. Back to work. Spacer's on. It's going back on the side. Now, the spacer can only go on one way, so don't worry about putting it on wrong or backwards or anything. It literally can only go one way, the way the studs are orientated in the top. Ta-da! Awesome, I didn't break anything yet. Strut's in, finally. Got all the bolts for the strut top. Get them tight. And if I don't dive heat stroke, the bottom strut bolts. I'll show you those in a second. Let me get these on and I'll be right back. Taking a break. Look at this. Looks like I just jumped in the river. I'm gonna go take a break, go inside with some water. All right, so we're back. I don't know where I left off. I gotta put the spline bolts back in the bottom of the lower strut. Go into the lower control arm. Then it's gonna be lifting up the knuckle to the upper control arm, get that all situated. And tie rod. And a few other small little connections for the brake lines and that. And then it's the other side. And I can continue on with this nightmare. This is my 4th time doing leveling kit, so it's not as bad as it could be. Could have been a lot worse, but get you back on the tripod and go from there. Find the holes. This strut's gonna go back a little more. And we should be good to go. Holes. Now they're spline, and they were previously in there, so let's find out where they are, where they go. See on the other side. Now, just gonna tap with a hammer. Get that seated in there. See on the other side. Get it started. Use this extension. That was my hand. Alright, now that they're started, get the nuts, and should be able to zip these right in with an impact. And then you'll see the top here seat down to the strut once again once you zip them on there. Alright, so I'll tighten down the upper control arm. That's an 18. It was so much fun. I had such a blast doing that. But upper control arm's going on. I'm gonna zip that up real quick. Then tie rod, torque everything down to spec, and I'll get right back to you. All right, so I'm back. Had to charge the battery, I only have one right now, so. But anyway, everything torqued to spec per Ford. Everything's assembled. Don't forget about your lines here and up here, get them all back, as well as your sway bar. So I'm still have to do the other side. I'm not gonna record that, it's the exact same process. But it's the exact same process as this side. Really all I gotta do now, I gotta get the wheel back on, lower the truck, do the other side, and then I also have to do the blocks in the back because I took them out. All right, boys, it's done. Check this out. Hell yeah. Now I still gotta do the back. Oh, of course the neighbor's gotta mow the lawn now. Anyway, level's all done. I had to come in here and trim some plastic out some more, get some more clearance. I already hit the crash bars forward and back earlier. And same thing in the back here on the driver's side. I had to trim more of the plastic out. And then I took this plastic piece off the bottom because it was going to be hitting down there too. But I have just about, pretty sure full lock both ways. Oh, it looks amazing, I love it. All right, back in the garage, neighbor's still mowing the lawn, but so level's all done. for this video. That's all I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm even gonna put the blocks in the rear today, or if I'm going to just wait. It's actually not squatting too bad, which is kind of strange. I was expecting like a lot more stream, but hey, that's what it is. I'll be doing some more content on the truck, and so I'm gonna redo the video on the whole flag setup I have in the back of the truck. The audio and video wasn't the best. My other lens I have kept like auto-focusing. It's really loud. It sucks, but it completely destroyed the whole video. So I'm gonna redo all that. It's not that big a deal. And yeah, that should be the next one coming out. And stay tuned. So this is how the day ends. I'm literally completely soaked, and it's downpouring out now. Awesome. Yeah, well, the truck's all back together. I actually decided to, because it leaks in the back, or the blocks. So the truck's 100%, it's gonna torque the wheels down once it stops absolutely downpouring. But hey, everything's done. Here, I give a little update on the tsunami we have here, and we've been having for the past, actually it's been all summer. All summer now, it's been downpouring. But truck's all back together, and yeah, I'll catch you later.